Talk hockey?
Let's talk hockey. We can do that, right?
I mean, if you want to keep doing Bieber, I'm good.
A very convincing 3-2 win last night.
You sound less than convinced.
You okay? Listen, they got the job done.
Yeah.
Mrazek got the job done. Mark Giordano got the job done. Everyone seems to be happy. At least it's a game where, once again, it alleviated some pressure moving forward.
I'm embarrassed to say how much better I feel about the Leafs today after a win over the Devils.
Really?
I don't know necessarily why that is. I just thought that they really limited the Devils. I know the Devils suck, but they have some guys that can play.
They score.
And they're fast.
They're fast, but I thought they did a good job against their top guys. And I thought Mark Giordano, which we'll get into here, I know the Devils, like I've said, they're not the best team, but he looked a lot more like Mark Giordano than I was expecting him to look. Is that fair?
Should we start with Giordano and go through the clips? And because I agree, this is he's talking point A.
Okay, 18 minutes and 38 minutes in his debut. And let's go to Sheldon Keefe. What he'll start is Kyper's Clippers.
All right.
Like you talk about his comfort level, my comfort level was high. You know, when he was out there and puck got on his stick, things seemed to settle down. You can just tell he's a veteran. He knows how to play. He, despite coming in, new teammates, new city, new system, all those kind of things, he's just confident and moving pucks, defending, getting in people's way. So I really liked his play tonight.
We all saw Bieber and talked about being starstruck. Keefe talked about Giordano like he was Bieber. He was like talking about your comfort level or his. Like, I felt great with him out there. I don't know if you saw the press conference, but he was smiling the whole time he was talking. He was just like having him out there. I just felt comfortable.
And there is a calming influence. There's no question about that. And you sensed it. And that's one of those games too against New Jersey. And New Jersey wants to play fast. And their numbers suggest that they're one of the better teams, right? Off the rush.
Yeah. Yeah, they're quick up and down the rink.
So it would have been easy for the Leafs to kind of get caught up in that and want to maybe exchange some chances. We didn't necessarily see that. And all I thought to myself watching this game is if you took out Mark Giordano and you put back in Travis Dermott, would there have been the same kind of calm feeling? And we know the answer to that.
Of course. Oh, yeah, totally different. He said something. I don't know if he said it or we talked about it, Sammy, but the idea of having another adult on the ice.
Correct.
Like just having a grown-ass adult who knows how to, I'm not worried about my own stats or my ice time or whatever. It's not time to go for a rush and try to get my, talk about cookies. He's not a cookie monster. And a lot of times he broke up plays with his stick at the line. I just, with 20 seconds to go, over the board.
Weren't the Leafs supposed to be all over that and outgrown that and ready to win a Stanley Cup?
In theory.
We still need one more grown-up, though.
We got 19 games, so we'll figure it out. But 20 seconds left, 1-goal game, Gio goes over the boards. He's a guy that they want to see on the rink in those situations. It's nice to have those guys. Remarkably similar players statistically to Muzzin, and I think in the past we've said you can't have too many of those type of guys. So great start for Mark Giordano.
Just something about Giordano can we talk about quickly? The penalty.
The non-penalty.
The penalty that was turned into he got taken out of the box. How many times have you seen that?
Do they reverse the call if that's Kadri? Or, if it's anyone else in the league other than Mark Giordano?
It's in his debut. They better let him out.
I really thought that made the officials look really stupid.
I agree.
See, in general, I want them to get the call right. Like, if they get it wrong, they confer. But it was still a subjective call. They didn't go back and get it right. They just changed a subjective call, which that doesn't look good.
Those type of changes or video egregious misses.
Yeah,
that's what it's
they're for.
It's not for that call.
I agree.
And if it's reversed, if it goes against the Leafs, if Jersey wins on a power play goal off of that play, this is a huge story. And it's blown up beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. But that can't happen ever again.
No.
Whether or not you think that the stick is either making contact.
And it did. It hit his skate.
He did. He knocked him off stride.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. That just should never have been reversed. It
shouldn't
just
have been a
looks
call,
so
then
bad.
it shouldn't have been reversed.
Yeah.
All of the above. I'm with you.
It makes the officials look bad. That's all.
I really feel like it being Giordano played into that first game in Toronto. Like they're like, we sure
believe you.
Yeah. Well,
You're apple pie.
If Mark says it,
You've never swore before.
It is funny.
You're the nicest guy ever in the league. We believe you. No penalty. Come on out.
It is a love fest. Everyone trying to do right by each other. Sorry.
Phoebe's here. Come on out of the box.
They even put Gio.
Buy a jersey.
They put him in the starting lineup. Did you like that? Nice little.
Loved it.
Yeah. Why not, eh?
We do know this is the right organization for that.
Right. They'll do those things to the players. And Sheldon Keefe weighed in on the decision to put him in the starting lineup.
Now it's a starting lineup. I just say it's a bit of a welcome home for him. It's a great opportunity for the fans to acknowledge him. He's as much as he's coming here to play for the Leafs and all that, he's also a local guy that has had a very accomplished career. So I think it's a pretty special moment, and not surprised that our fans recognize that. Obviously, we have a very intelligent fan that knows what's happening, and they acknowledge that. So I was happy that he had that moment.
What's going to be interesting here moving forward is the pairings and how they can stay consistent. Muzzin still has to come back. Mm-hmm. Where does that move everybody in the pecking order? We know Morgan Riley, whoever he's with, gets anointed the number one pair.
Right.
But after that, it gets kind of a little tricky here on who's considered in your top four, who's in the bottom pair, how much ice time, who sees what matches up. They kind of look all the same after you get by Riley.
Yeah, and I think you really like that. Dubas mentioned that in his press conference that he wanted to have three pairs they could put over the boards and feel like they don't have to protect anyone and no one's sheltered. When Muzzin comes back, that bumps Liljegren, and you got 6 PK guys right now. Riley and Lyubushkin kill, Brody and Hall kill, Muzzin and Giordano all kill penalties. Like anyone can go at any time. I think that's a really good spot. You're rarely as healthy as in that scenario, but Liljegren was pretty good.
I'm sorry, who said that?
I know.
No.
You didn't think so?
No, I'm just shocked that those words came out of your mouth.
I thought
you've been dumping on him from day one, and
I have been dumping on him that he's not a fit, not that he can't.
I'm going to see if you can keep a straight face when we hear from Mark Giordano. I'm playing with Liljegren right now.
All right.
I was really impressed playing with him. I mean, he's for a young guy, he's got super poise with the puck. He makes really, really good decisions out there. You don't really get a sense of how complete his game is on TV. I thought he was really impressed. I was really impressed with positioning and all the little plays he makes. So hopefully we build. If we stay together, we keep building and go from there.
Did you keep a straight face?
I had a couple winces. Are you complete game, good decisions?
Are you questioning whether Mark Giordano had the center ice package in Seattle or not?
I am not questioning whether he's a savvy vet or not, because he knows to big up the young guy that he's paired with, give him confidence, right? Like Giordano knows what he's doing. But I did think that it was stabilizing for Liljegren, who skates well. My whole complaint has been that in the playoffs, I don't see, you have to shelter and protect him from the D zone. I just don't see where it fits. But in a game like last night with Giordano, okay.
I would know 100% that if Liljegren's listening to this show and hearing those comments outside of yours for the whole season, that's going to build up his confidence alone.
Right.
With a guy like that stands up and looks the world in the eye and says, I'm really impressed with his game. That alone should build up a lot of confidence in the lily pad.
I agree. The Giordano thing is going to be interesting because you want to keep Leafs fans' expectations reasonable, but to be aware that he can be an impactful player. Nice start, saying the right things. I guess we'll start there, and don't give him too much too soon, but nice start for the guy.
Yeah, like I said, to kick off the conversation, he looked way more like what I remember Mark Giordano looking like than I was expecting him to.
Mm-hmm.